What are some poor hygiene mistakes that many people make without even realizing, and what simple steps can every person take to improve their hygiene? Using the same kitchen rag sponge for months if not 1-2 years without cleaning it. I am looking at you, mom. Frick sponges. They're disgusting. I use brushes instead. I find that they're way easier to clean with, and easier to clean. Take care of your teeth. My parents never took me to the dentist much as a kid, and I don't think I went at all from age 12-22, and when I got my first job with insurance I thought I should go, and learned that I had like 15 small cavities. I spent the next couple of years getting cavities filled, 1 root canal and 1 crown. I went yesterday for a regular checkup and learned that one of my fillings broke and I have to get a crown installed at $500 out of pocket cost. It's so much more important to take care of your teeth than I ever really understood. They are incredibly important for obvious reasons and incredibly expensive to fix. Take care of your teeth and floss regularly. If you wear spectacles, wipe the frame down on a daily basis. Has anyone mentioned your laptop mouse because it's freaking disgusting? What about all those time you scratched your balls, swatted a fly, touched your phone, etc.? It's all on the mouse. Change your towel regularly, at least once a week. If your towel smells, and you use it, you will smell too. You may not be able to tell the difference, but others will. If your shoes smell after a long day, running, sweating, try spraying some ethanol in the insides of your shoes. Ethanol just kills off the bacteria inside, usually what's responsible for the smell, and in the morning your shoes smell like new. Wash your makeup brushes. Those things get all sorts of oil and grit from your face caught in them, as well as the buildup of makeup. You can get acne, rashes and all sorts of skin problems from dirty brushes, and besides which it's just gross. If you're wearing makeup regularly, you should wash foundation and concealer brushes once a week, eyeliner and eyeshadow brushes once a fortnight, and any other brushes once a month. One of my 16-year-old students once said, "You know, some people put on deodorant right after they wash their armpits. That's so useless." I was baffled that I had to explain to so many teenagers that yes, that is how you use it, because you put it on to prevent smelling. They had just been putting it on during the day after a break, thinking it would dissolve their sweat. I work with some adults who think that deodorant equals deodorizer. They think they can slather it on in place of taking a shower when they smell bad. Then, one of us has to take them aside and explain that if you stink it's already too late. The number of people that don't wash their butt is astounding. Yes, people can tell. Yes, it's really that bad. Here's the super simple fix. Wash your dang butt. Washing your hands along with washing your feet in the shower. I always end up scrubbing my feet the best I can. Look into your hair type and how much you should wash it and how else it needs to be taken care of. My hair used to be terrible because I didn't read into what I needed for the kind of hair I have. This is a personal peeve of mine. When I work in the hospital, more people need to clip their toenails. So many of my patients seem to have a don't see them, don't care attitude toward them, and they are often gnarly. Some patients have excuses, like diabetes, but if you're a 20 or 30 something, with nothing stopping you from doing so, just do it. Not brushing their tongue. Brush your tongue to break up the smelly microflora there, especially near the back, just short of making yourself gag. My tongue health is directly related to how hydrated I am. If I hardly drink for a day, the next day my tongue is white and nasty, but if I drink lots it goes a nice healthy pink. It's like a hydration gauge. Pee within 30 minutes of making love to clean out your urethra. I have stopped having UTIs since I learned this. Can confirm. I once got a UTI after forgetting to pee. Ladies, unless you want that extremely uncomfortable feeling of having to pee for a week, pee after making love. Wash behind ears and dry in between toes. If you have had a laparoscopy, your belly button becomes a trap for dead skin. Wash that also. Keeping nails and toenails clean is also overlooked. My wife and I googled umbolith once. Never again. Clean your ears. I've noticed that a lot of people tend to neglect their ears. Take a wet wash rag and run it around and behind your ears. Don't stick anything inside of your ear canal, but make sure you wipe up the dirt wax that's around on your ears. I learned to wash behind my ears from Animal Crossing. Rossetti told me I had potatoes growing back there. If one of your cheeks breaks out more than the other, consider cleaning your phone more. They are freaking filthy and the contact can gunk up your pores. Or wash your pillowcase. Same reason. Wash your hands. Even if you don't think they are dirty, they are. Thank you. Men, cut file your fingernails before making love please and thank you. No girl wants to get Freddy Kruegered. Also clean under the nails and wash your hands. No girl needs whatever crap is on your hands getting in her cooch. Do not brush your teeth right after vomiting. It's hard not to, but instead drink a decent sized glass of water and swish it around your mouth for a bit then spit it out. When you vomit you're still leaving stomach acid caked on your teeth, and when you brush you're just rubbing the acid and other minerals in your vomit into hard to reach places in your teeth and mouth. Wait at least an hour after you've swished water in your mouth until you brush your teeth. Flossing. People don't realize how much crap gets stuck in their teeth that can't be reached by a toothbrush. I also used to have a huge problem with cavities, but have not had a single one since I started flossing daily. Plus, now I just feel gross when I don't do it. Once you do it, you'll realize why dentists always know when you're lying about whether or not you floss lol. I totally get the benefits of flossing, but dang I am just terrible at it. Never been taught. Even dentist wasn't interested in showing me. She's terrible, and I've never found a decent video online. Teach me. Body spray is not the same as antiperspirant deodorant. I've started using my girlfriend's micellar jelly to clean my face at the end of the day before going to bed with a piece of cotton. It's refreshing and smells good, and you can't imagine the amount of crap stays on your face. You best buy the next bottle, then. Wearing dirty clothes. Remedy step 1. Wash clothes. But in all seriousness, I used to be really awful about washing my clothes regularly because I didn't have a washer and was lazy about going to the laundromat. Just set specific days you will do at least one full load, and if you don't have a washer, at minimum hand wash undergarments. I knew a guy who reeked. I mean, we still were friends. He's a good guy, but his body odor was one where you'd open a window. I asked him whether he showered daily and was astonished he did. Turns out, he wore the same shirt day after day after day. He just never figured the smell stayed in the clothing. I assumed he had a medical problem, but turned out so much simpler. Clean your tongue with a quality tongue cleaner. With regular flossing and brushing, you will drastically improve your breath. I would appreciate if men would wash their hands after using the restroom, yes, even if you are just peeing. Axe body spray is not a substitute for a shower. This really needs to be read by kids 6th 10th grade. 1. Wipe and wash your butt after the deed, and if you can install a bidet. 2. Keep the towels clean and dry. If you are using it without washing, don't do it for more than a week. 3. Brush and floss your teeth. Include the tongue. Do it twice in the day. 4. Clean your ears inside and out. 5. Same goes with genitals. Water is fine. Soap can be harsh, especially for women. And those undies, don't wear them more than once. 6. Wash your hair. Not every day, as that's a bit much. 7. Keep your pillows and sheets clean. Wash them with hot water at least once a month. 8. If you have acne, not touching your face often. Washing your sheets and not sleeping on your hands help. 9. Antiperspirant, not deodorant. Not to hide the smell but to prevent bacteria from growing. 10. Shoes, always with socks. Put them in sunlight now and then and wash those socks regularly. Thanks. It's almost like my BuzzFeed articles write themselves. Wash your clothing regularly and make sure it smells fresh after drying. It's pointless showering every day if you wear the same clothes for days. Poorly laundered clothing smells like wet dog when you wear it. Floss before brushing, not after. Rinse first if there's a lot of particulate. That way you get rid of all the gunk that comes out of your teeth when you floss. I got told by a dentist that this is the proper way as well. Been doing it ever since. Such a game changer. I know it sounds like something your nana would say, but seriously, don't forget to wash behind your ears and the nape of your neck, under your hairline if your hair has any length at all, also the front of your throat and under your chin. In the summer a lot of perspiration collects in those areas, and in the winter that's where scarves and coat collars go. It can get really rank. This one is a little different, but if you wash your clothes and leave them in the washer long enough, they will mildew. Wash them again. If you don't, once you start sweating, or maybe even before that depending on how long they stayed wet in the washer, you will smell like mildew. Yes, we can smell it, and yes, people can tell exactly what happened. Have done this like twice in my life and regretted it every time. I'm 63. If I could change one thing regarding hygiene, I would brush every day. I regret spotty tooth care more than anything else in my daily ablutions routine. As a man, wash your perineum yourself behind your nutsack, the area between your balls and your anus. I believe this area is called the taint or the gooch. You should have 2 cutting boards in your kitchen, one for meats and one for vegetables. Avoid cross-contamination. Don't use douche hard soap on your cooch. Water should do just fine unless you have a yeast infection, which there is medicine for, and you still don't need to use douche in that case. Adding to this, it's because anything other than water will disturb the natural pH of your cooch, which gives yeast etc. more chance to grow. Don't wear shoes without socks, even if you shower every day. I did this for a while and I could smell my own feet when sitting at a desk. Had to throw those shoes away and do an apple vinegar Listerine foot bath. Girl here. Boys, wash your ding dong. If you want it in my mouth, wash it. I'm not going to tell you how. Look it up. Lick your fingers. Rub them around the eye and head of your knob. Now smell your finger. That is what it tastes like. If it's unpleasant, do something about it before you put it near a girl's face. You're doing God's work. Ashamed to say it, but I was wiping my butt wrong for the longest time. I used to poop and stand up to wipe, which of course mashed it all up and meant I was wiping for ages because it was squashed into my butt hair. I would wipe until I was raw. People would say wipe sitting down, but as I'm a fat guy I thought there's no way for me wipe sitting down because I cover the whole seat. I wasn't until this year I realized all I had to do was lean forward slightly and wipe through the gap between my butt and the seat. No one ever taught me this. Now, even with the really messy loads, it's 4 or 5 wipes and done. Literally changed my life. Outside shoes versus inside shoes. Take your shoes off at the door and put on house shoes. It took me an embarrassingly long time to come to the conclusion that walking around my home in my shoes that I wear outside is gross. Buy a few cheap pairs of house slippers and only wear them inside the house. So I didn't know that some people regularly wore shoes inside the house until I spent a bunch of time in the United States. I'm Canadian, for reference. It is super gross to wear outside shoes inside. Patchouli is not soap. Remove the tonsil stones in the back of your throat. It's the reason your breath smells even after you brush. If I have to hear one more person claim they don't use deodorant because they don't need it, I'm gonna lose my mind. Make sure your poop knife is clean before using it. Unsubscribe. Get your litter box away from your closet. I used to work with a girl who smelled like cat litter. Grossed me out. You really gotta wash your butt, like not just the cheeks. Get up in there. I've talked to a startling number of men who do not wash their asses for very homophobic reasons. You don't need to be gay to have a clean butt. You have been visited by the romantic doggo. Comment love is magic so you never fall in the friend zone. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.